Okay, all right. So we're just going to be confessing right now on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the break. You're still watching the Entertainment Review Thursday edition of the show. We're getting into our first conversation this afternoon. I've got two well-built men. I aim for. Oh, but you don't say very soon. I'll be getting. So we've got them join us on the show as we get to talk about, a group that has done amazing work for themselves, in a couple of years. Everybody talking about them, helping with our songs, the promotion of our songs in this country, DWP. And we've got one gentleman, he's everything. If I've got to read his accolades and everything, bro, the show will take like 30 minutes for that alone. But K. William is also here. You saw the video, right, just before I got on. That's Confess. He's got that song. He's also a producer. He's everything, and he's got some amazing stuff that he'll be sharing with us. And also Quabbles. I was watching his snap a couple of days back. Was trying to dance, but he wasn't as good as his dancers. But he's also here. He's a manager, right, of DWP, co-founder of DWP. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
What's good?
Thank you.
How do you feel the weather today?
Charlie, he's doing stuff, but the rain cool him down. So,
oh,
so yeah.
How's yourself?
I like this view.
Oh, they like him, man.
I like the view.
Yeah. You do them big so everybody could, get on. We could have like a big party on the set. But let me begin with you, K. William.
Yes, sir.
If anybody's watching for the first time and seeing you on here, I would want you to blow your trumpet a little bit.
Okay, this is hard. So I'm K. William. I'm an artist and manager of DWP USA.
Okay.
Songwriter. I put out some huge dance songs.
Okay.
I've been featured on Russia's So You Think You Can Dance and Romania's Got Talent as well. I live in New York City. I recently got a song I wrote that was I co-wrote that was picked by Netflix as well. So
that's great.
It's this show called All American Homecoming. Yeah, so I was one of the songwriters for that.
Okay, that's
Pretty
big
dope.
though.
Yeah,
they're doing well for yourself. The way they talk, that too.
Yeah, it's actually blue trumpet. So it's how we whistle.
Yeah, I get it. Now, Quabbles, for you, this is like a group that you surely must be proud of them.
Yeah, very proud. We've done so much, but we don't talk about it. We perform with Asha, been in Beyonce's music video, CNN, BBC.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. And I mean, if you talk about how Ghanaian music is even going really global, he played a very big role. With Down Flat.
Okay. Quabbles, you continue that. There's a challenge with your microphone, so we'll check that very soon. But then I want you to touch a bit on the All America. Is it the All America that we know?
Yeah, All American Homecoming.
Homecoming?
Yeah, season 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big. No wonder he did a song called Cool Dollar.
Yeah.
The dollar is cool. He made a big noise.
Because when I heard it, is it the one we have this? It's a spin-off of
All American.
All American, yes. Wow.
Homecoming, yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
So,
how you got the plug, who plugged you, or how you got on the production.
So again, like I said, I co-wrote the song. I didn't perform it, but the artist, his name is Official Prince. So he's a very hardworking, talented guy over there in New York. So I A&R, and I got the producer. The producer is actually from Ghana, one of my boys from Presec. Okay. Yeah, so we got the beat and got Prince O together. He's very good. So he's like, let me try an Afrobeat song. And he has his team. He's signed to Rockefeller. So they have the plugs there.
Sure,
his team just pushed it, and I was like, Ghana boy, make a follow. Okay. And then our song was picked. They liked it, and it's so cool. There's this scene where a girl needed to go for a competition, and she needed to pick a certain song. So they kept emailing us that, we're using it for this episode. We actually need it for that episode next, and then the next. So 3 episodes, 3 checks. You understand? So that's how. So usually you have one song in one episode, right? But so she has to be rehearsing with it in one, rehearsing another, and then performing in the third. So it was good. It was God's grace.
I like the way they smile. They talk the 3 checks. 3 checks. But let's come back to you, right? What we're talking about earlier about how proud you are about this particular group, and did you see that coming?
To be honest, I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't think it was going to be this big. I mean, the goal years back was I started off with Dance God and Afrobeat, and the goal was just to replicate what we were doing. We didn't want what we were doing to die. Dance God was doing very well. We didn't want it to die, with him. We wanted to groom the next generation, and get kids off the streets. that was the goal, to get kids off the street. Now, like, you know, like recently someone was telling me that, you know, she had stroke, and I mean, what she was doing during the time she had stroke was watching, you know, like their videos.
Okay.
Like the first time she moved her hand or something was when she was watching the video. You know, so she literally comes to our studio like every Wednesday just to sit down and watch. That's really deep, you know. So it's really beyond what we are thinking or what we see on social media. Like we had a vision, but I feel like it's really beyond us.
You've gone beyond that. Yeah. Now to the USA bit. So Ghana, you did well. How did you get to the USA with DWP?
Yeah. So in the beginning, we wanted to actually have like a branch in every region in Ghana. So we actually have a branch in Kumasi, we have a branch in Ho, but we don't have branches in the other regions yet. Okay. And I mean, we wanted to actually also expand outside Ghana, you know. And I was like, I know K. William from way back, you know, like if anybody should be able to handle this over there, he's like the perfect person to do that. You know, so I reached out to him and I'm like, bro, I want to do this, you know, and that's how it all started. You know? And now they're doing so well. You know, DWP Academy USA is doing very, very, very well. Fantastic.
But you also spoke about being the co-founder of DWP. I want to know who the main founder of DWP is.
We're three founders. It's me, Dance God Lloyd, and Afrobeat.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And I want to also find out from you, you are doing music, but is it because of your affiliation with DWP, that's how you started music, or is something you have always been passionate about?
So I was always a musician. Funny story, Quabbles was actually, he has this gift, and I'm not saying because he's here, he can see into the future and say, Charlie, this thing is going to happen. And usually the time he tells you are going to do it, you are not ready for it. So you need, like, we call him an eagle, like he sees from afar, right? And I don't know why he's not in shades, he wants to hide his hand. But the thing about it, he told me one day, Charlie, I think you should take the mic and start recording, and I was like, nah. So I actually started singing. I was like, this thing that I'm going to do, I don't even know how to push the song. He's like, do a dance track. And then I did a song called Dance Africa, and it blew up. And then I started falling in love with dance musicians and dance artists and dancers. And then he saw I was passionate about dancers, and it's like, William, the way I feel with them, you might as well just manage some of them. And then that's how I got into it. So he saw it in me, I didn't see it myself, and today I'm in Ghana talking about it. So
can we also say that the dance thing is actually projecting your music career?
It is. I'm not going to lie about it. It is. I'm originally like a soft Afro soul, Afro pop type of guy. But because of the affiliation with them, they challenged me to get out there. And I actually do better in dance music now than even my regular love songs. So, yeah.
What were you doing full time before you dropped everything to?
So I come from an advertising background. I used to work in advertising, and for years, you know, so if you realize most of the people that manage their social media presence is really good, like the branding and everything. So that was my background.
I like it when people take the initiative into something that people don't really pay attention to. And music, even when you want to go to school and say, I want to go and do music, dance, they're like, hey, I want to do dondology those days. When you started, like I said, I really admire that part. When you started, what were some of the reactions and people that you shared the idea with? What were the comments they made about the whole thing?
People made like really, really bad comments. Like even I can't lie, my parents didn't like the fact that I had to quit my job because your parents want you to have like a secure job, like at the end
white collar job.
Yeah, at the end of the month you get your pay.
Something coming through.
But this entertainment is not fixed, you know. So they didn't like the fact that I wanted to do that. And you know, back then people used to see dancers as like street guys, you know, or rascals, you know. So people be like, are you you get job, why you follow these boys and everything, you know. So I mean, I just had to like psych myself and make sure this worked, you know, because like everybody thought it wasn't going to work. You know, back then nobody would pay any dancer 50 cedis. This thing started like 10 years ago, you know, with Dance God Lloyd. It started like 10 years ago, and nobody paid dancers 50 cedis. Like we did lots of free shows. We did dance classes for free, you know. There are times where, like, you know, like there's no money to even, you know, move around, for transportation and all of that, you know. But right now, like, they are like more like brand ambassadors for big brands right now. You know? Yeah, so.
And that brings me to, I was actually about to ask that question, that you've made dancing so lucrative in Ghana. I'm sure that we don't even have any dance academy apart from DWP. I might be mistaken.
No, I think there are others. There are others.
They are the ones fronting the whole dancing and all that. I'm sure when you were starting, there were some challenges. What were some of the challenges that you faced back then? I mean, 10 years ago. Is it still there? Yeah. Do you still have those challenges?
Some of the challenges was like, you know, people not respecting the dances. But I feel like right now, you know, like there's some value that we put on ourselves. So yeah, like if we step somewhere, if you're not making room for the dancers, if you don't have a stylist for them, we'll leave. You know, so like back then it wasn't like that, but now it's different. You know, so I think there's growth. There's been a lot of growth in, you know, the dance industry. Like our like main, you know, issue is like getting like a studio, you know, for rehearsals. You know, so we've been moving from place to place. You know, right now we rehearse at Lizzie Sports Complex.
I know that.
And I mean the goal is to like one day have our own studio, you know, and not be moving from place to place.
When it comes, last one. When it comes to the choreography, dancing routine, it's like I see it throughout, not just DWP, but everywhere. It's like we're all dancing the same sort of dance. Do you have a choreographer that will bring out something new? Because it's mostly like one dance. That's
I think it's been the criticism lately.
Yes, that's all we see. That is all that we see.
It's not the same, but what you don't pay attention to is the fact that like most of these dances are from our cultural dances. Like you will not know unless you pay close attention or they tell you. You know, and it's being done in a faster way. Or if the dance was fast, we're doing it in a slow, you know, in a slow form. Or and also like maybe you see a lot of that is because if we create a routine and it's going viral or it's blowing up, we have to keep putting more fire on that. You know, like we cannot just all of a sudden create something new again. You know, that's why you see the same routine for a period.
You know what? The time that I found out that the dancers are really making it now. I know you may not remember. I called like 2 months ago to inquire about some artists who wanted his dancers. I didn't see the price of that. Okay, so they're making money like that, you know. And even my kid brother, the last one, says, yeah, me, I can say, Charlie, go fit down.
We're enjoying their
send me videos, you know.
The thing is that, like, you know, they have really grown. Like Endurance, for instance, has 3.5 million on TikTok. Averagely, most of them have more than 1 million followers on TikTok, you know. So they're not just dancers right now. They're like more like influencers. So, yeah, they have to earn for the value they're bringing.
And it's as if almost every musician that have a new song comes to you for their songs to promote.
We say no to a lot of people.
I know you say no.
Then you are making a lot of money from that side.
The grace of God.
Right.
Like the reason why we say no is because like it depends on the song. You can't dance to every song. And also like, you know, somebody probably come to you and say, bro, do me this favor and everything. But this is how these people also like, you know, put food on their table. So if you don't have a budget for it, it's going to be difficult.
I know you can't go into details, but then give us a fair idea of how the structure works at DWP in terms of an individual who is a dancer wants to join one. Is there any contract that a person has to go through, and even funding that are coming in, day out? How is everything done systematically?
Okay, so to be part of the academy, we do auditions periodically, like maybe like 3 times a year. And when you become a member, you don't pay anything. Like we are grooming you, you know, to become like a professional dancer. But we also have the students. That's open to everybody. We have the classes on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Everybody can come for that one. So it's really, really simple to be, you know, part of, you know, the academy. It's that you come for the auditions and become a member, or you can come in anytime to learn.
Okay, William, how has the reception been? I mean, we're talking about DWP in Ghana. We are seeing it here, and of course, social media is global. In the US and across Europe, when you meet Ghanaians, like, what do they think about all that's happening?
I'm just waiting for them to land in America. Like, they have been flexing with them. Like people be DMing me, oh, you know this guy, say, yeah, that's my small girl. But you know, we don't see them, but they are really big over there. You see, in Ghana, I mean, in the US, especially in New York City, and other parts of America and Europe, we play on nostalgia a lot. Anything that reminds us of home. Like we're hyped. So if you notice Sith Match, we are more excited about Independence Day than people in Ghana. If you notice, like it's huge over there. So it's like any small thing that's trending in Ghana, we are hyping it. So like, you know, Starter. I went into like, there's this in New York City.
The market.
Yeah, the one who dances in the market ladies. I went into this Tracy Towers. If you're in New York City or in the Bronx, you know it. It's where most of the Ghanaians are. We call it the headquarters of Ghana, right? And I entered the place and everyone said, hey, DWP phone, want him Starter. Then I went into the room, like coincidentally, we were watching Starter videos from YouTube. Just excited about it. That's how big they are. So I know we are waiting for them to come. That's why I always tell them, like, Kwabo, Charlie, when you put they come. But they're always busy too. So we're just waiting for them to land and you see the impact.
On the back of that, I mean, in a feature you did for one of the media houses, you said something very interesting. You mentioned Afrobeat / Amapiano wouldn't be nowhere without dancers. And I want to find out, in the States, you just spoke about the Ghanaians in the States. Let's talk about the foreigners, the Americans who are there. When it comes to understanding Afrobeat tunes, Afrobeat dance, how are they yearning? How are they craving for it? And per their reactions, would it be something that will be longer? There's a longevity for this wave that is going around.
Thank you. That's a very good question. So, you see, it's more about the structure we build over there. I do believe the demand is very, very high. But if we don't meet it, it dies out quick. Something quickly can replace it, right? So that's why we DWP, we are here. We're like, some of the pressures we're having now is that not many people are skilled to dance. Like we are highly intimidated by these ones. So not in about it, but like they are doing it every day. Some of our dancers are nurses, some of them are in school, some of them work. So they don't have that much time and dedication. But the little time they come, we're rehearsing. There was a time we're even doing Zoom calls with them and then rehearsing with them. And we're still going to get back to it. But the thing is, the structures we have is what's going to determine where we go with it. And there, like I'm saying, there is a high demand for them right now. AC, one of our dancers, AC Samuel, she was at Coachella with Uncle Waffles. Called her, she went. One of our dancers, actually 2 days ago, Scooby, he won second place at World of Dance. It's a dance competition, national dance competition in America, and an Afrobeat dancer goes to win that. So it's huge. We also recently won a grant from Philadelphia to support us in bringing the culture into Philly to just let them know that the other side of the black culture is the African side. So there is a demand, but not my fear, but my worry is that we meet that demand with structures.
All right, so if you just tuned in watching a Itinerary Review, we've got Kwabo and K. William in the studio talking about DWP. We're taking a video. This is Vibration. When we come back, we continue with the conversation. Yo, it's getting crazy. They're making me want to get into the studio and do all my dance moves.
And media, I have to register.
So let's check out Vibration. We're back shortly. Hey.
Audition going on. Audition.
Yo, I passed automatically. So that was Vibration by K. Williams, and of course, we're talking about DWP. Kwaz, my next question to you would be about the support for the creative arts space, right? So in every space, we'll go to the VGMAs, we'll see your people and other dancers come dance for the artists. I'm sure when the president, the minister of creative arts is going for an event, the people come and do all of those things. But the support for it, you're talking about places to even go and rehearse. Do you feel like there's been let me use the word well, lackluster or lackadaisical attitude from government and those in authority to help them? Well, let me start with the government first,
of course,
or those in authority to help that. And has corporate Ghana helped so far with you?
I mean, there's not been any support from anywhere since we started. I mean, we are open, anybody that wants to support us, we're really open to that. But, maybe I cannot bash them. Maybe they're waiting to see something. Like sometimes people want to see, how serious you are or, how far this will go before maybe they want to jump in. So, yeah. I'm waiting for that.
I know he's playing the same, but anyway, I understand because, see, a lot of people, as you mentioned, a lot of people would have been on the streets. Because if your group, when we see one video in the dance studio, it's about over 30 people, over 40 people doing that. And what's the total number of your group in Ghana?
So like what you're saying, like they have really deep stories. I mean, I think one day I have to bring the whole DWP to the studio to have an interview because
How soon?
very soon. Because there's people, there's somebody, he's got real cash. He has a lot of followers right now. He used to sell bread on the streets. But people don't know that. Endurance has 3 million. She used to sell fuel at a filling station in Ho. So she just got up one day, picked her bags and came to Accra, and that changed her life, you know. So they have really, really deep stories. You know, their lives have changed. They're changing the lives of their family, you know. And the good thing about it too is that we have people that are also like, you know, very educated that in the academy, like Afunita, Lisa, Rachel, because they're all in Legon, you know. So it's like we are preaching 2 different things. Like you can balance your academics and follow your passion and excel at both. You know, So if you're watching us, you can see what we're doing, and this can really go far if like the government supports us. So we're really looking forward to that.
Because he's talking about grants from, you know, states saying that we're giving you this, we want you to come. But our own for
Looking at the dancers, what's the long-term goal for them? I mean, women are in there, they want to get married. I know Endurance is getting married.
Oh, no,
I mean, it's all over TikTok. Is it like? I mean, I saw the videos where...
No, I'm sure it's a skit.
It's a skit,
Please remember that manager is a marketing giant. The manager is a marketing giant. Remember that.
Okay.
Like, what's that's why I feel like that.
You didn't see... Okay, you're not on TikTok, that's why. I mean, it's everywhere. I see it most of the times. Like, you go on a page, for instance, and they are doing lovey-dovey and all that. Yes. But the long-term goal for them, especially for the women, I mean, there's pregnancy, there's marriage and all that. Was that a goal for them?
So, for instance, like someone like Afonita, she said she wants to be a financial controller. That's what she wants to be in future. So, she wants to be that and be a dancer. You know, and I know there's going to be a point where maybe they're going to do more of something and do maybe less of dance, or more of dancing or less of something. But like at the moment, like it's leading them to something. That's why it's called dance with a purpose. So like it's leading them to something. So when they get to that point, you have to choose, you know, what you you really want to do. If you want to be more of a financial controller, and maybe you dance once in a while, you know.
When Anaya asked about contracts, you didn't really give as to whether do they even have contracts?
So the students don't, because you can come and go anytime.
What about the members?
Yes.
The members do. Okay, so there's a time that you're dancing for us for 5 years and that you be paid this and all that.
Yes.
Just like the musicians, right?
But now that you don't have sponsorship, nobody on board, how are you able to finance your travels and other things involved with DWP?
He said travel. That means you know you've traveled, right? So you know, that's like from promoting people's songs, from YouTube.
Okay.
You know, YouTube, you can monetize YouTube. You know, from brands. You know, we work with some brands. We work at the moment. We're working with Hisense. We're working with a couple of brands for some time now. So so we do save up money for certain things like that.
So did you, for the VGMA, did you dance for the award scheme or you danced for the artist?
No, for the awards.
For the awards. So they pay you.
VGMA booked us.
Oh, they booked you.
Charterhouse. They booked us.
And they got the like everything sorted.
Everything sorted.
You are a businessman. You are a businessman. So everything has to be business. We are not here to joke. You are do dance.
No, I saw you do a few moves behind his car.
He swears he's a dancer. A little bit. For me, I'm a musician, so I have to. We are going to have a battle before I leave. The battle of the
managers. But on the most serious note, when you're dealing with people, I know this conversation. I don't know if you would want to talk about it, but when you're dealing with people, we've had people join us on this table and started things together. One person will move. Do you not get afraid about what happened with you and your former? Is he still a co-founder? Dance God Lloyd?
He's a co-founder, but I don't work with him as a talent.
Okay.
So he's got input.
So I used to manage him as a manager and talent. But later we decided to co-found the academy. So he's still a co-founder, but I don't manage him as a talent.
But why are you not managing him again?
That's interesting.
Because he decided to go on his own.
Oh,
Freedom.
interesting.
Okay, he decided to go on his own.
But
he's
stuff
still,
like
he's
that-
still a co-founder.
Yeah, he's still a co-founder.
Basically, we are still
But
family.
Okay, so there's
But
no
then are
bad-
you
so
disappointed
there's no
when
bad
such
blood, right?
stuff
Okay.
happens?
Still
Cool.
family, yeah.
So you know, like I'm just trying to say that
Yeah.
you know, the fear say things like that happen because it's
happen
human
again.
relations.
Yeah, it can. I think with talents, they always get to the point where they feel like, you know, maybe they can do it on their own, or you know, maybe they want some growth, you know. So it's I don't take it personal at all. Once if you get to the point where you feel like you want to be on your own, I mean, we can just look at the contract and then you go your separate way.
You know, just to add to it, the thing is an academy. It's like a school. Before graduate at some point.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the whole idea. So if you notice, like the stars, you notice these people get attention for 1 week. The next week is that group. You know.
So it's not just one person. You
One
realize
person.
everybody in the group is actually doing well.
Okay.
We recently
Yeah.
did auditions, you know, and we have new members. So you start seeing those people.
Okay,
very
I'm
soon.
going to bring my kid brother. I'll go see you for the
You'll
back.
beg
But
it.
anyways, thank you very much. Okay, what's up with you? We've got a few minutes.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be back home. It's been 10 years since I last saw Ghanaian soil.
Okay.
So, I mean, Quabbles has been my brother, you know, from Persec till date. And you know, he's helping me. I'm going through writing camps. And he said, William, come, don't be watered down. Come get the culture a little bit. So, yeah.
All right, Quaps.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I've not done a lot of interviews. I ran away from interviews.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. And
Yeah.
I'd love to come back here again with the whole team.
If we get big,
We are here
big,
for
we
you.
get big stage for
Big
you.
stars,
Yeah.
The studio is big.
Yeah.
And it's a table of life.
We'll stand
Yeah.
so that we can have a few.
All right, thank you very much, Quabbles and K-William for coming. Of course, check them
Thank you,
out on
thank you.
social media. He does some good stuff with music. Check him out on YouTube, all the streaming platforms, and DWP, of course, on all the platforms. Check them out. And so.